I went to the Stone Arch Bridge Festival.
What?
Well,
With flowers in your hair?
You sound like me.
let me explain.
Yeah.
Having never been to one, but there was supposedly a British car display.
Okay.
It's the only reason I went.
I got you.
Of course.
Okay, no, so I took the scooter. Number one, I thought it was on the St. Anthony, Maine area. It's not. It
not
was
the Maine.
across the river. It was in Minneapolis. So now, in the midst of horrific traffic, I'm on this scooter trying to get across the Hennepin Avenue Bridge.
Right.
And then I'm taking a guess as to where this thing is. And I work my way down there, and I see some white tents, and I see a bunch of motorcycles. And I was hearing a racket under me in my seat compartment. And I parked with some other motorcycles. I squeezed it in. I raised the seat. Well, the battery had fallen out because of all the bumps I was hitting in the bad road. So the battery's laying where in the seat compartment. I stuffed that back in. I fixed it when I got home. Then I walked down to the Stone Edge thing, and I instantly realized this is food and some really bad art. And it was a multi-gender festival is what it was.
Sure. Oh.
And it was terribly successful.
What do you mean multi?
Well, it was every
Man,
kind
women, and other?
every kind of other you can think of. I mean, it was the whole gamut, of that alphabet soup. And I walked about 50 yards, and I thought, bleep this, because I'm not getting anywhere. And I see no car. Never did see a car.
Okay.
Never did see
False
a car.
advertising.
They might have been there. And then, but I wouldn't have known where to go. This was between the city and the river. Some buildings and the river.
Right.
Where that hotel is, that part?
I don't know.
Well, it's by the mill. It sounds
Yeah.
like it's by the mill.
There
Where
was
the-
a museum called the Mill Museum.
where the Stone Arch comes out on the mini. Yeah.
And then the Guthrie's above.
Yeah, it was
So-
right in there.
That bump, that
Here's
blue bump
here's a
out.
big group. All these guys got their Harleys, and here comes Joe.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
a park here?
Hey, Pee Wee.
So
Because
then
he thinks he's going to see two British cars parked next to each other. This guy.
So then I leave, and I found that West River Parkway was a great way to leave. So
Right.
I hugged that all the way. That worked out well. Had I known, that's the way I would have arrived.
Sure.
On West River Parkway, but I thought it was over by St. Anthony, Maine. In any event, I began reading some tweets over the weekend about smarmy people saying, well, I guess I just spent time in another uncrowded Minneapolis or whatever, pointing out there are people who want to be blind to the fact that Minneapolis has some problems.
Right.
So every time there's something like the Stone Arch Festival, they point out it was great. There was a lot of people, and there was.
Right.
There was. That corridor that runs along the river, that might be very culturally healthy for all I know. There's restaurants there, museums, and the Guthrie's there, and some beautiful residences, and then there's the river. So that might work just fine. How the fireworks on Nicolet Mall are going to go, to me, is a different question. But it's not much of a story, except I'll never do it again, because even as much as I like looking at the cars, A, I couldn't find them,
It was a lot of effort.
and B, way too much effort. To be trapped in the middle of an LGBTQIA 3 plus 2 4 5 6 7 8 9 10
What
red
day
red
of the
Q
week?
P
When-
1.
When was this? Yesterday?
I went Saturday.
Saturday.
It was
All right.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I read
You didn't even get anything to eat?
no. And then I read that the car part was canceled for Sunday because of rain. The guys didn't want to bring their cars out. So it tells me that they were there Saturday. I don't know where the hell they were,
All
They were
three
there.
of them.
but they were there. Might have been one, but they were there.
I think I speak for all of us by saying, Joe, thanks for letting us in.
Yeah. Way.